So members, third time's a charm. We'll call to order the Committees on Commerce and Consumer Protection and Ways and Means for purposes of decision making on about 4 bills. The first one that CPN is lead on is House Bill 247, Senate Draft 1, relating to agricultural lands. This has to do with land subdivision and condominium property regimes relating to agricultural land and amending previous session law to ensure that the condominium property regime projects are used within the ag districts are used for agricultural purposes, and it has a defective date. So the chairs having conferred, the recommendation is to pass this measure with amendments, to take the amendment offered to have the bill's language apply to projects containing greater than 5 units and provide a clean effective date of July 1, 2021. Any questions or comments? If not, Senator Nishihara, will you take the vote for CPN? Pass House Bill 247 with amendments. Chair votes aye.
Okay, thank you. Senator Chang?
Aye.
Senator Misalucha?
Aye.
Nishihara goes aye. Senator Revere?
Aye.
Senator Ventura?
Aye.
Oh, thank you. Senator Favela?
Aye.
Thank you. 7 votes up.
Thank you, members.
Okay, Ways and Means, same recommendation.
Chair.
Aye.
Vice Chair votes aye. Senator English? Senator
Aye.
English? Senator Inoue?
Aye.
Senator Kanuha?
Aye.
Senator Kidani is excused. Senator Moriwaki?
Aye.
Senator Shimabukuro is excused. Senator Taniguchi?
Aye.
Senator Wakai is excused. Senator Favela?
Aye.
Thank you. Recommendation adopted.
Thank you.
The next,
Wait, what's?
we're ready to move to the next bill. The next bill on the joint agenda with CPN as the lead is House Bill 1062, Senate Draft 1. This relates to commercial driver's licenses, clarifies the validity period for a learner's permit, and adds a requirement for certain commercial driver's license applicants to complete an entry-level driver training course before taking other required tests for licensure. Chair recommends that we pass this measure with amendments, basically cleaning the effective date to upon approval as requested by the Department of Transportation. Any questions or comments? If not, for CPN members, pass with amendments. Chair votes aye.
Of the 7 members that are present, any voting with reservations or in opposition? Seeing none, motion's adopted.
Thank you.
Ways and Means, same recommendation.
Okay, with 9 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, that concludes the CPN/WAM hearing.
Okay, calling to order the 9:35 Ways and Means CPN hearing. So we just have one item on the agenda, House Bill 311. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, and defect the date to 2050. Any discussion?
All right, with 9 members present, any reservations? Any opposition from WAM members? Recommendations adopted.
Same recommendation for CPN members, pass with amendments. Chair votes aye.
Of the 7 members present, any voting with reservations or in opposition? Seeing none, motion's adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I like that kind.
I know. Short and sweet.
Yep, short and sweet.
Usually you have a lot of JDC choice.
No, not that many. I have a couple.
Okay, see you.
Okay, calling the 9:40 Ways and Means hearing to order. This meeting, including audio and video of remote participants, is being streamed live on YouTube. You will find links to the viewing options for all Senate meetings on the live and on-demand video page of the legislature website. In the event that we have to abruptly end this hearing due to major technical difficulties, the committee will reconvene to discuss any outstanding business on Thursday, April 8, 10 a.m. in this room. A public notice will be posted. If you're interested in reviewing the written testimony, please go to the legislature's website. Okay, this one is that hearing, yeah? Okay, DOTAX.
Good morning, Chair. Is this HB 80?
Yes.
Okay. We do support the intent of low-income housing, but we do have two concerns. The concern on the second page of our testimony, we don't want to extend the partnership admissions date all the way to the filing date. You do realize this is a tax shelter, and we feel that the bridge too far. And of course, this is one of those bills that may violate the Recovery Act. And we just want to comment that, well, to be frank, Chair, it does violate the Recovery Act. So, the Recovery Act. So we just want to comment on that. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Members, any questions? Thank you. Sandy Wong.
Good morning, Chair Dela Cruz, Vice Chair, and members of the committee. I'm testifying in behalf of Dowling Company. We have submitted written testimony, and we'll stand on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, any questions? Steve Colo.
Morning, Chair, Vice Chair, Lori Love on behalf of Hunt Companies and Hunt Capital Partners. We are in support of this bill, and we do ask for your consideration in some amendment.
Where's your video? No, you guys gotta tell them. Yeah. Lori, can you turn on your video?
On now? I wonder if my camera's not working. Sorry.
Okay, well, just proceed then.
Let me try again.
Oh, there.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning. I'm sorry. Again, we are in support. We've got some amendments outlined in our testimony, which are similar to the amendments you made to Senate Bill 659 SD1. And we are seeking clarification on whether this bill would actually violate the federal relief funding. Thank you for the opportunity to testify.
Thank you. Members, any questions? Thank you. Will King.
Good morning, Chair and the committee. Will Kane on behalf of Sugar Creek Capital. So we submitted the same amendments as Hunt Capital, and we stand in support of that. We also offered an additional amendment to alleviate some of the concerns put forth by DOTAX that this could be affected by the ARP Act. And so, just to point out, these discussions are happening across the country with LIHTC credit programs, and discussions are continuing with the Treasury. So I think it's important that we have the time to have these discussions, that a clear resolution will occur. But in the meantime, we do offer that amendment for your consideration. I'm available to answer any questions. Mahalo.
Thank you. Members, any questions? Okay. Okay, if not, we'll go into decision making. So for House Bill 80, Chair's going to recommend to pass with amendments, and will include language from DOTAX's testimony to clarify the process and resolve issues of retroactive application by allowing the credit to be allocated by the partnership or limited liability company, and by deleting lines 9 through 15 on page 2. And will also include language from some of the testimony that relates to ARPA and any potential offsets under this act. and will defect the date to 2050. Any discussion? Okay, if not, Chair votes aye.
Vice Chair votes aye. Senator English.
Aye.
Senator Inoue.
Aye.
Senator Kanuha.
Aye.
Senator Kidani.
Aye.
Senator Moriwaki.
Aye.
Senator Taniguchi.
Reservations?
Senator Wakai.
Yes.
And Senator Favela.
Yep.
Thank you. Recommendations adopted.
Thank you. We'll adjourn and then reconvene for that 9:45, or convene. Wait, are we in the breakout?
No.
Yeah, stream's off.
Are we?
Oh, wait, there's no breakout room, the stream's off.
Oh,
No,
Brian.
We're on right now. We're on right now, so.
Yeah.
oh, wait. Okay. Okay, this meeting is being streamed live on YouTube. You will find links to all Senate meetings on the live and demand video page of our website. In the event we have to end this hearing due to technical difficulties, we'll reconvene to discuss any outstanding business on Thursday, April 8, 10:10 in this room. Public notice will be posted. If you're interested in reviewing the written testimony, please go to our website. Okay, first item, House Bill 33. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments. Any discussion? Madam Chair votes aye.
Okay, with all 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 95. Recommendation is to pass with amendments defecting the effective date to July 1st, 2051. Any discussion?
Okay, with all members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 119. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, blank the appropriations, defective date to 2050. Any discussion?
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 237. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, blank the appropriation, defective date to 2050. Any discussion?
With all members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 325. Recommendation is to pass as is. Is there SD1? Yeah. Any discussion?
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 326. Recommendation is to pass as is. Any discussion?
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Next item, House Bill 474. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, blank the appropriation, and defective date to 2050. Any discussion?
With all members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 499. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, defective date to 2050. Any discussion?
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition?
No vote for me.
No vote for Senator Favela. Any others? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 526. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, defective date to 2050. Any discussion?
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 712, recommendation is to pass as is.
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 713, recommendation is to pass as is.
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 714, recommendation is to pass as is.
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 715, recommendation is to pass as is. Oh, excuse me. Oh, pass with amendments, adopt LRB Tech amendments. Any discussion?
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 716, recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB Tech amendments.
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 774. Recommendation is to, when is our next meeting? Tomorrow, 10:10 in this room. Next item, House Bill 824, recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB Tech amendments, effective date to 2050. Any discussion?
With all members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Reservation.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 834, recommendation is to pass as is. Any discussion?
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Are you voting no, Senator? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
It's going to conflict. Oh, shoot. Okay, hopefully you guys can catch all that. Okay, we need to reconsider the one we just passed, House Bill 834, because it's a HD one and has a defective date. So we're going to reconsider, and the recommendation will be to pass with amendments to adopt LRB Tech amendments. Any discussion?
Which one is that, Chair?
House Bill 834.
Yes.
We just have,
Okay, can you give me a vote count?
so it's to reconsider our previous action and to pass with amendments, adopting LRB Tech amendments. Any discussion?
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations?
Reservation.
Okay. Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, next item, House Bill 863, recommendation is to pass with amendments, effective date to 2050. Any discussion?
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Next item, recommendation is to pass as is. Any discussion?
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 1126. Recommendation is to pass as is.
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 1127. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB Tech amendments. Any discussion?
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Next item, House Bill 1149. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB Tech amendments, and perfect the date to July 1st, 2021.
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations?
Reservation.
Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay. House Bill 1176, recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments. And will include testimony in the committee report. Any discussion?
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 1283. Recommendation is to pass with amendments to address concerns raised by HPD. We're going to amend and incorporate language giving additional flexibility to the impacted agencies to implement, and will defect the date to 2050. Any discussion?
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 1284. Recommendation is to pass with amendments to address concerns raised by DHS. We will amend the measure to instead establish a steering committee comprised of the Department of Health, Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs Insurance Division, Department of Budget and Finance, Office of Enterprise Technology Services, Department of Human Services MedQuest Division, University of Hawaii, and EUTF to effectuate the purpose of this measure, and will affect the date to 2050. Any discussion?
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 1333. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments. Any discussion?
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, next one, House Bill 1377. Recommendation is to amend the surcharge from $2 back to $5 so the system will be self-sustaining. And amend language on page 3, lines 5 to 6 to substitute law enforcement agencies for county police departments. And we're probably going to have to defect the date since there's a blank appropriation. Any discussion? Any?
Okay, with 10 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
No vote, green.
Okay, no vote for Senator Fella.
Okay, so I'm gonna gavel out and we'll reconvene at 10:30. Adjourn. Okay. Calling the 10:30 Ways and Means hearing to order, or decision-making to order. This meeting is being streamed live on YouTube. You will find links to viewing options on the live and demand video page. In the event we have to end this hearing, the committee will reconvene tomorrow at 10:10 in this room. No oral testimony will be taken for this measure. If you're interested in reviewing the testimony, please go to our website. Okay, first item, House Bill 185. Recommendation is to pass with amendments. We're going to include the CIP into the budget for fiscal year 2022, appropriating $14,726,000 GO bonds, $1,520,000 ARPA funds, for a total means of financing $16,246,000 for fiscal year 22, and for fiscal year 2023, we'll be appropriating $2,200,000 in GO bonds, $2,520,000 in ARPA funds, which would mean $4,720,000 in all means of financing and LRB tech amendments. Any discussion? Not chair votes aye.
With 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, and in House Bill 204, the recommendation is to pass with amendments. We're going to be restoring all the appropriations for the trust funds to the amounts provided in the original HB 204. And in regards to general funds, we'll be appropriating 1.6 million. I really want to thank the chair, the board, and the executive director. We met with the chair and the board to discuss the budget, especially on the general funds section. And, you know, they really understand our fiscal situation. They understand that there were cuts to the legislative budget, the judiciary budget, and to the executive budget. So they're doing what they can to do their part. So traditionally they asked for $3 million, and this year they were able to work it out so they could live within the 1.6 million. So I think this is a turning point for the legislature's relationship with the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. I don't think in the past they were able to do that, but you know, they really want to show good faith effort in building trust, in living within their means. So I want to thank them for their honesty and candor in trying to work within the 1.6. So the recommendation is to pass with amendments, restoring the trust fund appropriation amounts and adding the general fund amounts to 1.6 million and including LRB tech amendments. Any discussion? Not chair votes aye.
Okay, with all members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. So I'll adjourn and then we'll reconvene with judiciary in a couple of minutes. Okay, well, as we hold on for judiciary, we're going to hear our 10:35 decision-making agenda, deferred matters from April 7th. First item, House Bill 243. Recommendation is to place the responsibility, or pass with amendments, placing the responsibility of coordinating departmental assessment of impacts of options for mitigating sea level rise from Chapter 27 to the Office of Planning. State that the Office of Planning will work with the affected departments to identify vulnerable facilities, infrastructure, and assess mitigation options. Require the Office of Planning submit reports to the Governor, Legislature, and the Hawaii Climate Change Mitigation and Adaptation Commission, and keep the defective date to enable further discussion. Any discussion?
I'm going to keep the section 27. You have to say that.
Yeah, it's
It's in there.
proposed, it's
still
proposed, so
proposed,
it's
yeah.
in there already.
Okay.
And just for the record, Chair, Senator Gabbard has concurred.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Any further discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 1296. Recommendation is to pass with amendments. Per the Attorney General will amend to repeal the 12.5% going to the Hawaii Tobacco Prevention and Control Trust Fund. Funds will now be deposited into the general fund. Sunset the Hawaii Tobacco Prevention and Control Trust Fund and the disposition of any encumbered funds to the general fund. Establish a termination date of any contract relating to the management of trust fund monies shall not extend beyond June 30, 2024, and inserting appropriation language for the Department of Health and any other enabling legislation so that Department of Health can manage and run the contracts. And LRB Tech. Any discussion?
Did you say effective date or not?
Yeah, effective date.
Okay. With 11 members present, any reservations?
I have one.
Reservations.
Reservation.
Reservation. I'm going to go reservation.
Okay, let's try that again. Reservations Taniguchi, Favela, and Moriwaki. Anyone else?
Oh, excuse me. You know what, because we put the 7.3 million in the budget for both years, we'll be deleting the appropriation language because it's already in the House Bill 200.
So it's a line item.
It's a line item.
That's better.
Okay, anyone want to change the reservations?
No, just-
Okay. Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 1043. Recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, effective date to 2050. Any discussion?
Okay, with all members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. So we'll adjourn and convene when we see the chair of judiciary.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
I'm here, Donovan, if you're ready to go.
Yeah.
If not, if you need a break, that's fine too.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So coming back for decision-making from yesterday's hearings, it's a 10:45 agenda, Judiciary Committee joint with WAM. There's 3 items on the agenda. The first one is HB 103 relating to emergency powers. Clarifies when emergency powers, how they're terminated. Yesterday I made a recommendation as I worked out with Chair Moriwaki to delete the specific references to Chapter 92 and 92F in the language requiring the governor or mayor to specify the reasons for the suspension of those laws, because there's another bill that's already out of the last committee in the House, SB 134. She concurred with that. And then I was going to recommend text and a delayed effective date of May 6, 2137. And I think there was some question on Chair Dela Cruz's part as to whether that was what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I agree with that, with the first proposal, because I think the language in 134 is really clear and much better. I just want to be clear that I did not concur with the second provision of the rollover without the governor giving notice to the legislature. So, and we were going to defect the date, so it can be discussed if we want to look at that further. So.
Yeah, well, I followed our agreement, and that's what I suggested yesterday.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns?
Yeah, can I raise a question about the wording efficient execution of emergency functions that's been used throughout, provided that any suspensions of law shall be no broader and no longer than required for expeditious and efficient execution of emergency functions, and it appears again on another area on page 4. And so is there a definition of what is efficient execution of emergency functions?
No, it's a way to, it's not my bill, so my understanding is it's a way to make whoever the governor is explain why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, but who determines whether we agree if it's efficient execution of emergency functions? I think it's such a broad, undefined statement. How do we even determine that?
If the legislature decides that they think that the emergency proclamation isn't justified, then under this bill we'd be able to terminate it. So it's up to us to determine whether it was.
No, I understand that, but how do we agree on what is efficient execution of emergency functions? And then it says that the legislature may by concurrent resolution adopt. What if we're not in session? We don't come in. I'm not sure that this measure.
Well, this was the part of what Senator Moriwaki and I were discussing. So it does have a bad date, and we hope to have continue those discussions.
Okay, thank you.
Sharon, you want to say something?
No, I think it's fine. We can do it as we go along. But I think the idea here is that it's during special sessions. It has language that the legislature, upon request of the governor for extending the emergency period, the legislature can come back in concurrent session to agree or not with the extension. And the whole idea is that the governor should, in each of these items that he uses in his proclamation, that there be a real specific language of why it's being done to justify it being suspended.
I think what is being brought up is how do you define that one phrase so that it's clear that everybody's on the same page as what that means? Is
I
that what
think
you're meaning,
That's what Don is that, Senator?
Senator Kim?
Yeah, I mean, how does 76 people determine all of that? We're gonna be arguing over it. I'm not sure if it's an emergency, and if politics gets in the way.
But was that the existing law, that part, that section?
No, this part is new law.
No, that's new.
That's all underlined.
I think we can handle it, I think, as we go along to see how we can define that and make it clearer. Senator Kim?
Okay, well, we have some time then.
Yeah, has a defective date.
Okay. Okay, Carl.
Okay, any other questions or concerns? If not, Senator Keokaloli for the vote.
Members voting on HB 103, HB1, SB1, the recommendation is to pass with amendments. Chair Rose.
Aye.
Vice Chair goes aye. Senator Ocasio.
Aye.
Senator Gabbard.
Aye.
Senator Kim.
No,
Senator Lee is excused. Senator Favela.
No.
Chair recommendation adopted.
Senator Dela Cruz.
Thank you. Same recommendation to pass with amendments for Ways and Means. Thank you. Chair votes aye.
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any other opposition than Senator?
No, for me.
Okay. Recommendation adopted.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
And Senator Dela Cruz, next two are yours.
Thank you. So next item is House Bill 469. I had my office send out the language that I read yesterday, so I can reread it.
can I ask a procedural question, Senator Dela Cruz?
Yes.
I thought you were putting this out for a public hearing. It wasn't, it was just for decision making?
Yeah, no, it was just so that you guys could read it.
Oh, I see. I thought it was a public hearing. Okay.
Yes, because I worked it out with the, these are amendments from the subject matter chair.
Is it new stuff though? No.
No, it's deleting, and the first three bullets are all deletions. And then if you look, the last two bullets are amending. But it's all specific, it pertains to the original contents of the bill.
Thank you.
469? HB 469?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Chair, just so you know, I didn't receive those amendments from your office.
I just got it this morning myself. I mean, just 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Okay, sorry. We emailed it to WAM members. You're gonna have, I think, Jesse, because if Donna, you got it, so that means I think.
But they had it.
I got it just moments ago.
They had it previously.
We didn't realize that you didn't send it to everybody until this morning, so we just sent it out a few minutes ago. So I don't, for me, it doesn't, I'm okay with the changes, but if other people want more time to look at it, that's okay with me.
Why don't you explain the changes? Maybe
Okay, I can read it again. Okay, so the recommendation on House Bill 469 will be to pass with amendments. It already has a defective date. Delete all additional language regarding industrial leases. Part 1, Section 1, page 2, lines 8 through 11. And part...
Donovan,
Yeah.
can you explain why you're making those changes? That I think would be helpful for me.
Okay, no, these are changes, as I mentioned, we got from the subject matter.
Right.
So I can have,
Is it-
Lorraine, you want to explain them then?
Yeah.
Okay, the industrial is already addressed in another bill. It's 499, and so with regards to this bill, we're only addressing DOA and DLNR, transfer of lands and leases. So the industrial does not fit, and this came from the DLNR. And because the industrial language is already addressed in 499.
Okay, that's helpful.
Yeah. So it doesn't fit in this because it's cattle and pasture lands and transfers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, if
Okay.
no other questions, any
So can you, Senator Inouye, can you talk specifically to the concern of the ranchers that their leased pasture land is still with Department of Agriculture?
if it's currently.
Yeah, all leases presently in DOA that is in pasture lands remains. So nothing changes. So these are only going forward with Act 90, requesting those pasture lands that want to be in DOA, and that's where we are today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then what it also does, that DLNR did not have authority in their present status of their policy regarding lease arrangements that's so different from DOA, is this, part of this bill gives them the flexibility to adjust and change and lower rates that they never had an opportunity before. So this is going to be more helpful. Though the cattle guys, not all of them are in agreement because they want to go to DOA, but it has to go with the system. And it's, if there's any changes to the bill, hopefully this passes. If it gets into statute, we can always make the amendments, as I did tell them, look at it, but get this into statute because they are not protected right now.
So it only affects leased lands that are going from DLNR to DOA. If they have an
Correct.
existing DOA lease, the bill doesn't apply to them. And the last section that Senator Inouye is talking about is creating parity between the pasture leases at DLNR and the pasture leases at DOA. DOA has more flexible language in
Right.
in the contracts and the leases for DOA leases. So now DLNR pasture leases
It's the same.
will have hopefully similar language so that people are being treated fairly if they're either with DOA or DLNR in regards to pasture leases.
Right. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Question, will this version negate Act 90?
No?
Okay. Okay, if no further discussion, chair votes aye.
Okay, with 11 members present, any reservations? Any opposition? Recommendation adopted.
Okay, for JDC members, same recommendation of HB 469, pass with amendments. Questions or concerns? Seeing none, Vice Chair.
Members passing with amendments, Chair Rhodes.
Aye.
Vice Chair goes aye. Senator Ocasio.
Ole.
Senator Gabbard.
Aye.
Senator Kim.
Reservations.
Senator Lee. Is excused Senator Favela.
Aye.
Recommendation adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, House Bill 598. So because we already passed House Bill 1296, we're going to defer this indefinitely. Next item, House Bill 826. Recommendation is to adopt LRB tech amendments, so pass with amendments. And taking from the Attorney General's testimony, delete sections 2 and 5 and repeal Part 7 of Chapter 28 HRS to streamline the registration process and avoid unnecessary expenditures of resources. Any discussion?
Chair, did AG's testimony seem to be concerned about a title problem? Do the amendments that you're suggesting, are they going to take care of the title problem?
Let me recess.
Thank you.
Senator, I'll do the countdown
Yeah, okay.
in 5.
Okay, again, just to reiterate, recommendation is to pass with amendments, adopt LRB tech amendments, and take language from the Attorney General's testimony to delete sections 2 and 5 and repeal Part 7 of Chapter 28 HRS to streamline the registration process and avoid unnecessary expenditures of resources, and include any tech amendments. Any further discussion? If not, chair votes aye.
Okay, actually, I better take a roll. Can't see. Vice Chair votes aye. Senator English?
Aye.
Senator Inoue?
Aye.
Senator Kanuha?
Yep. Yep.
Senator Hidani?
Aye.
Senator Moriwaki?
Aye.
Senator Shimabukuro?
Aye.
Senator Taniguchi?
Aye.
Senator Wakai?
Yes.
And Senator Favela?
Reservations?
Thank you. Your recommendation is adopted.
Okay, for JDC members, same recommendation. Any questions or concerns? If not, Vice Chair.
Members HB 826, HD2, SD1, talking with amendment. Chair Rhodes.
Aye.
Vice Chair goes aye. Senator Ocasio.
Olele.
Senator Gabbard.
Aye.
Senator Kim.
Aye.
Senator Lee. Excuse.
I'm
Senator
sorry.
Favela.
I'm sorry, Chair. Can I change mine to WR? Thank you.
WR.
So noted.
Just because I
Reservation.
see the change in the amendment. Thank you.
Senator Favela.
Reservations?
Chair recommendation adopted.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Adjourn.